Hi there, welcome to another Mental Groove Mastery session with uh, Dr. Shah Siddiqui, and we're talking about from backwards to forwards thinking and what's your way to finish projects. And I'm delighted to introduce you to Dr. Shah here. And would you love to introduce yourself and what you're up to in the world?
Thank you, Rory. It is a pleasure that you invited me and talked to forward thinking backwards. So, um, on my specifically, when I work with people, I think the end first. Then I consider the beginning. Because when you see your ends, you can plan your beginning. If you do not see your ends, you cannot plan your beginning because what are you going to do to achieve that success? So, Uh, thank you very much, and thank you everyone that are watching today's live events podcast. So I'm Dr. Shah Siddiqui. I'm a technologist. I would say scientist. Specifically, I work with AI, and I have different hats on, as you know, as a neurodivergent person. Um, I'm autistic trans in Asperger's syndrome, as well as dyslexic. So I intend to work in a way systematically, I would say, because some people, in neurodivergent tendency, they don't work. Some of them they work systematically, some they don't want it to work systematically. But I work systematically, so that's why I wanted to see the ends and bring results. And I support businesses with end-to-end methodology. So if you are thinking something, and if you seek my support, we're going to be working together to get you the right results, reverse engineering those things for you, and can say, okay, this is going to be the your start to get that end. So that's all about me.
Sounds great. Thank you for sharing. And if you haven't seen me before at all, my name's Rory Lemon. I go by Rory Lemon Aid online. I came from a massage and osteopathic background, and even before that, music was my life because it was regulating my nervous system in the background the whole time, and I couldn't really deal with life without connecting to music as a sensory input to regulate and calm my nerves because I didn't know how to communicate my voice. Didn't know about that I was dyslexic as well. I didn't know that I was potentially undiagnosed. I'm still potentially undiagnosed autistic and ADHD, push-pull between these two wonderful characteristics as well, or DHD as it can be termed. And I'm a neurodiversity and creative flow coach because I love to help creatives to get back out of procrastination and perfectionism loops. And again, push pull. It's a really interesting thing you're talking about, this push pull between past and future, and how if we're in sabotage, we'll just worry about failing um based on other things we've not been good at in the past, and all that evidence of things that we wanted to create and do but didn't happen in the past. Some people call it goal trauma. And then the other side of things is um the fear of the unknown, the future, and how that how that could turn into fear of trying to get it all right, all and getting it all perfect quickly, uh and then going push pull between procrastinating and not trying to deal with the future or the past, and it all just getting too much and not actually getting those projects out there. So enough about me, but yeah, I love what we're talking about here already about the past and the future. What do you get from all of that I just shared? Because I'm curious about your experience of autism and dyslexia, as well as we have these similar traits going on too.
So I just wanted to share some of my past because I think some people, when they reach success, they don't want it to share their past. But your past is your future. So people, they are watching this podcast. I wanted to share some of my core information about my past. So I had a very traumatic childhood. So I did not know that I was autistic or dyslexic or neurodivergent. My mother supported me. So I wasn't very good at so many different things. I wasn't a people person. So I was always hiding from the community. I wasn't a people person at all. Like talking to people would be afraid me, like, okay, how can I talk to people? I can't. I cannot do it because it's not my characteristic. So I used to work with work alone, making things. Like if you see my background, some of the things is designed and built by me. Why? I was doing it from my childhood. And systematically, I was very mathematical. So one thing that was my capacity was my education. So I did very well on my education and mathematics. So if you give me critical mathematics, I can do that very well. But if you ask me to subtract or add something, sorry, I cannot do it. And some people also judge me for that. Oh, you say you can do critical mathematics. Why can't you do a normal subtraction or this? I said, okay, my brain is not trained for that. If you give me a critical mathematics, algebra, or any physics or anything else, I can really solve those problems because my brain is like that. But for normal reasoning things, sorry, I can't. That and now people understand these things, isn't it? So I passed my college exam in 3 times. Although I was like in 30 of the Bangladeshi um, school exam. So I was in between 30 people in the country. And then when I went to college, I passed my college exam 3 times. And what people said, oh, he just, he's just drug addict because he just destroys his lives. I wasn't a drug addict. And I did not know what was my problem. I was searching for it, but I did not have any clue. But anyway, that's a stage gone. But as you know that when you are autistic, when you are neurodivergent, you have a tendency to do things differently. Okay. Some of them will be good, some of them will be bad. But I had my tendency, how do I know myself? Why I'm failing? What is the problem? I could not find it. And then what I did, I came to the UK as an international student. My result was a little bit okay, but later I found out that I had a brain tumor. So, and then I just stretched lines. Okay, that was the deterioration, and everything was for my brain tumor because it was massive. Operated it. I started my business at that point, and that time I have understanding of business a little bit because you know that most of the autistic people or neurodivergent people, they are into business rather than working under someone. Okay, I have that characteristics. And so when I started my business in 2004 in the UK, when I came here, I was working with people. And I was still very nervous about talking to people. And you know, neuroplasticity, I did not know about that time. So in 2009, I had my brain tumor operations. And then I got full rhythm. Okay, full rhythm. I had a television business, I exit them, and a lot of other things. And when I had that fall on the television business, I lost around £500,000 of investment. I questioned myself, what is my true value? And I valued myself zero because I did not pass my graduation. I did not have money. I do not have social status. And even I did not have any recourse of public fund. I wasn't a citizen of this country. And then I assessed myself zero. And then I said, okay, now you have to do something sharp because you can't be like this. This is not your life. So what I did, I took a challenge to come to this stage, planning 10 years, what I wanted to achieve that. And I know if I can go through with my challenge, I can face them very well because I have that strong mindset. And then I started. So I started my graduation. I finished my graduation with first class, my master's with first class, my PhD. And in the meantime, I started my business because, you know, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, 90 years, 100 years, 150 years, 200 years, 300 years, 400 years, 500 years, 600 years, 700 years, 800 years, 900 years, 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, 13 years, 14 years, 15 years, 16 years, 17 years, 18 years, 19 years, 20 years, 21 years, 22 years, 23 years, 24 years, 25 years, 26 years, 27 years, 28 years, 29 years, 30 years, 31 years, 32 years, 33 years, 34 years, 35 years, 36 years, 37 years, 38 years, 39 years, 40 years, 41 years, 42 years, 43 years, 44 years, 45 years, 46 years, 47 years is a characteristics you can never change. So I started my business. And what I did, anything that I started, I finished them. So that is my core characteristics. Even if I start with start with someone, I will encourage them to finish it. Because when you finish something, it's you get a result. Doesn't matter the result is positive or negative. I do not say bad or good results. I say results is a lessons. Okay, don't have mental pressure that you failed. Failing is an experience, because if you do not fail, you do not know how to do it better than that next go. So Rory, thank you very much for listening to me. That was my story. So now what I do, I work with individuals, um, visionary, I would say, working with them to see the future, and then reverse engineer them to start.
Awesome. I'm so glad you're here and doing what you're doing, because the more we can all collaborate together, what I get from all of this is what I heard you say was like very similar things around if you give me time frame in a short time to explain my ideas or quickly process, I couldn't do it. My exam results for the exams were like, scraping through just about some, 1 or 2% higher than a fail in a lot of the different exams. But as soon as I had coursework to go away and reflect and practice and come up with my own ideas and write stuff out and give it back again to get it tested, I would take my grades up 5 grades. My English language went up from 1% higher than a U grade to a D grade. G to D, just because of 50% coursework, just because of being able to go away and write it and show that I could process language, but not it quickly. And so yeah, it's very fascinating that you're sharing that. And also the it took me like 3 goes to pass my cycling proficiency test. No, 2 goes for the cycling proficiency, just to ride a bike safely in front of people, and 3 goes to do my driving test. But as soon as I'd done it, I've been, a thorough. Once I learn something, it's completely thorough, and so that's the thing I think about with autists, and its common trait is to want to think things through, plan them, and have them really, really well thought out. So, having someone like you on your business side of things, for someone that I would say is, you know, visionary but difficult to remember what to do and track things and keep things on target, it would be a great, and that's what I love about collaboration. We opposites attract for a reason, as long as you don't try to fight the opposite bit. Utilize the best of both. The one is good at dealing with things in the moment and being spontaneous and dealing with chaos, and then another person is very good with order and working with order, and then there's a nice balance there.
I
Uh,
totally agree with you, Rory, because you mentioned about working it through. I think most of the autistic people are going to be working it through rather than I went hundreds of interviews. When I send my CV to someone, they will definitely select me. But when I go to the interview, they will kick me out. Why? Because the instance thing is not our thing. Okay, it's like we have a Pandora box. So on our Pandora box, we have millions of things, better than hundreds of people's. But if you ask us to do something instantly, it will not work. It's not that who we are. You have to give us time, and you can see brilliant results that tailored from our wealth of knowledge, expertise, and a lot of other things to immersed people. And that's the thing that I try to convey to anyone. Like, okay, if you are interviewing a neurodivergent person, don't interview them. Ask them to work with you maybe a week. They will amaze you rather than if you ask them a question to answer.
Amazing. Love it. I love it. And just yeah, it really reminds me of how I would process language and work things out that way. The it's what's funny enough is that on the other side of I have more with the ADHD traits is to be able to improvise uh in more stressful situations without having to process with non-verbal communication with like for instance if I know how to do a skill I can improvise I can play guitar and just make stuff up on the spot no problem and so but it's not to do with going through the working memory and the cognitive logic part as soon as I'm not in logic I can be very very quick and instant
Mhm.
so really fascinating what you're sharing and I wonder if anyone resonates. If you're resonating with this, or if you're watching on the replay, say hashtag replay and sh share and like, because if you like it or you want to comment, if you or just want to share a highlight of what you're getting from this, even if it's not a question, if it's a question, please put it down. Questions, highlights, sh likes, shares, all of this awareness raising information could completely be life changing for someone that you know, just because you may know it and go, oh yeah, I'm really interested in this topic, but I know it. But if you like it and someone else has never had this opportunity before, it could completely change their life. Meeting someone that is doing something that we could help with, basically. So please go ahead and share what you like about what you're hearing here if you're watching. And finally, just to wrap it up, um, because short and sweet, the quicker it is, the more people will want to watch something like this.
Mhm.
Uh, my question for you, Dr. Shah, is based on what you're sharing about how you like to look forwards, work backwards, and then work backwards from forwards, but also potentially take into account past um, things that don't work and what do work, to be able to reflect from the past and get the best out of the past as well as the future.
Mhm.
What would you say? What's your like favorite technique or understanding of how to or what to do about finishing projects if there's someone listening that's finding it difficult that always finds it difficult to have an idea and actually see it through till it's envisioned and embodied and released.
So I think few things that we stereotype when we work with neurodivergent people. I'm just talking about neurodivergent people. Uh, Everyone is different. Okay, if there is like 15% of the population in the world are neurodivergents, every person is different. So do not match your characteristics with others. That's one thing. And as well as trust people. And if you cannot do something, there are other people out there. They can support you to complete your dream. So it's just like working with groups, working with someone else to drive and complete your dream to the next levels. Because if you find struggling, and as well as if you think that, okay, you do not have that capacity, either grow your capacity, because neurodivergent people is neuroplasticity there. The way I grown my capacity, now I'm a people's person that I didn't have any clue who other people are. So now grow your neuroplasticity. And if you wanted to grow neuroplasticity, it will take time. So it's better to work with someone and grow your neuroplasticity in a way that you can lead to success.
Amazing. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Dr. Shah. You're doing amazing work and your journey's been incredible. Um, I'd just like to tie a couple of things up there that I recently learned about some of the neuroscience behind commitment. And when we put extreme high value on something and know that if we don't do it, then we're going to lose value and we put the value on the task, we actually create neuroplastic change quicker and in shorter spaces of time, much faster. So if you don't feel like committed, remember that coaching and mentorship is there to keep on track and to develop a sense of commitment to yourself. And when you do that, you're more likely to learn the skills quicker and in faster time. That's why we work with people over longer periods of time as coaches, not just doing like short fire little bits here and there, but we want to work with people over 6 months to a year on big projects and how it really drives success in a much better collaborative, accountable, and committed way. And so, thanks so much for being here. Um, and yeah, the only thing I would add to what I do is I'm into helping those not just with the neuroplastic changes and the coaching is very known for like helping people with their mindset and changing the mind, but I'm also interested in the body. So like the physical embodiment of addictions and self-sabotage and those elements of health conditions that may have manifested in the body as well. So I'm happy to talk to anyone that's going through some kind of health issue, as well as getting their projects out there, creative projects. So thanks again for listening. Mental Groove Mastery is what we're all about here. And yeah, I would love to know what your thoughts are, feelings, highlights, and keep the conversations going in the comments. Thanks again for watching. Any last or final thoughts, Dr. Shah?
So I would request everyone that do not lose hope. If you lose hope, it ends. Search my story online, how I have come across problems and I solve those. And you have to be very strong and positive. Otherwise, there isn't any success. So do not do not lose hope. Positive, you will get out there. That's all my message to everyone. And if anyone wants to work with me and Rory, feel free to contact us through the socials and let us know how we can support you with. Thank you.
Thanks again, Mr. Dr. Shah, and have a great day, everyone, and much love. All the best, and end the stream.